week. The NSE All Share was down around 1%. Of course, starting the week off on a negative note, we've breached that key 25,000 level. Are investors still looking for confidence to come through from the banking sector as results trickle in? Hi, Tony, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, let me repeat that. NSE All Share breaching the key 25,000 level today. We're down 0.3%. Last week we were down around 1%. Are investors looking for some signal of confidence from the banking sector as results start to trickle in?
Today the market came down by about 0.29%. The banking sectoral index went up. The oil and gas also went up, but other sectoral indices went down.
All right, let's just touch on some of the results that we've seen. Springbank reporting a swing to a 3.35 billion naira pre-tax profit for the 9 months to September from a 28.58 billion naira loss. So this company turning around quite significantly. Would you be buying the stock at these levels right now, given the fact that you've seen quite a nice turnaround in the earnings?
Yeah, the Springbank result was not too favorable.
Yeah.
That bank has been a troubled bank, but as the AMCOM is coming on stream and to buy out the toxic asset of the bank, I think investors should look at the troubled bank, for which Springbank is one of them.
Yeah, would you be buying into the troubled banks at this point in time? We know that AMCON, of course, is coming on board, set to bring back all the confidence into the markets. A lot of investors pretty much divided as to whether it's too late to get into some of these banks, given the fact that they have rallied quite significantly over the past while.
Oceanic Bank was selling in the month of August. Oceanic Bank was selling at 1 naira 8 kobo.
Yeah.
Rose to 2 naira 84 kobo. And they came out with their third quarter result. They made a profit of 10 billion. And today they sent information to the market that they are likely going to end the financial year with 48 billion naira. That would be an impressive result. And with that focus, if they're able to achieve it, investors should enter that stock, Oceanic Bank, and some other troubled banks.
Do you think that every investor right now should have a troubled bank or a rescued bank in their portfolio?
Yes, because the toxic assets will be bought by AMCON, and because most of the troubled banks have returned to profit, investors should look at the banks, troubled banks.
Well, just taking a look at the oil price, and when we're hitting new 2-year highs, of course, coming through today on that oil price. You said the oil and gas sector doing relatively well. You know, a lot of investors also pretty skeptical in terms of the volatility we've seen in the oil and gas sector, but we have seen some good diversification and, of course, asset buying of these companies. Which is your favorite? Which stock are you looking at right now in terms of your favorite in that oil and gas sector?
Owando is undervalued. Owando at about 68 naira is a good buy. Owando is the best. I recommend Owando as a very strong buy in the oil and gas sector.
Well, what about the likes of Mobil? We know that, of course, it's a fuel retailer. Came out with results today. Pre-tax profit rising 74% to 4.2 billion naira to the 9 months to September. So clearly some good numbers there.
Take your question again.
Mobil, pre-tax profit rose 74% to 4.29 billion naira in the 9 months to September. Would you be buying into the stock? Obviously, it's a fuel retailer, but we've seen a lot of positivity coming through for the stock. That
stock's also a good buy. It's a recommended buy.
Well, which other stocks are you looking at right now when it comes to the NSE All Share?
Yeah. For tomorrow, outlook for tomorrow, First Bank is a good buy. First Bank came down to 12 naira 12 kobo.
Yeah.
First Bank all year low was 11 naira 85 kobo, and the price at which it came down is almost at its all year low. So I see First Bank rebounding tomorrow, and I know that it's going to be heavily traded, and I see First Bank moving up tomorrow. Well, Nigeria Brewery, First Bank, I see it rebounding tomorrow. First Bank. Nigeria Brewery, there's a lot of demand for Nigeria Brewery today. The strong operators on the floor, almost all of them were after Nigeria Brewery, you know, and I see it, Nigeria Brewery, I see it being moved, you know, I see it being pulled towards Guinness. So Nigeria Brewery is also a good buy.
Tony,
Zenith.
yes, carry on. No, continue.
Then Oceanic Bank, with the information we got on the floor today, that they are going to close the year with 48 billion naira. And you know, last time, before the Oceanic Bank became troubled, they gave a bonus of 1 for 10. And that bonus was cancelled when CBN came in. I see Oceanic Bank wanting to compensate investors this year with a bonus and a good dividend. Oceanic Bank is a good buy.
Well, obviously, you've diversified your portfolio quite extensively. I mean, looking at your stock picks, as I mentioned, the NSE All Share below that key 25,000 level. Where do you think it's going to end by the end of the year?
As All Share Index, if it will increase, it's going to be very marginal because currently the market is doing a turnover of 1.8 billion. I see not the market doing much than that. So All Share Index may not increase much. It will increase, but it's going to be very marginal before the end of the year.